Time dropper fan. What a surprise. I know, a Clipper-related vlog in the summer. Yeah, I'm at the Intuit Dome draft party. My boy Jason was nice enough to invite me. I guess the Clippers are having a draft watching party on Court B inside the Intuit Dome. So let's see, we got the 30th pick and I believe the 52nd or 46th, I forget, pick in the draft. I mean, with the way we've drafted in recent years, I don't expect a damn thing. We'll see. We can talk to some fans and talk about the Thunder winning the championship basketball, how they feel about that, and then also, what they think about if this even matters today, being able to, get a high pick and whatnot. Or sorry, not get a high pick, get a first-round pick. Is he even going to play, with the way that we're always prioritizing win-now situations. So let's see how fans are feeling. Still as beautiful as ever, but quiet.
Commissioner, I always appreciate your time. This is one of the best things we get to see these young men and their families have their dreams come true, and they've got more.
To watch high school events other than the McDonald's game and the Hoop Summit. So prior to 2022, in December, I think was when it changed. It was basically just college, and we would know the best high school players, but we didn't get a chance to see them until the McDonald's All-American game. So we really relied on high school coaches and local people to kind of get us information on the kids that are entering college. That all changed in 2022. So now, I would say domestically, we probably start seeing kids when they're sophomores in high school, especially the top ones when they go to some elite events with juniors and seniors, and they become internationally probably a little bit earlier than that. But it's a great thing to get an early eye on kids because they mature physically and their game gets better at all times. So you're really tracking their development both on and off the court. And it helps us to have a very full picture in terms of, the kid by the time they're done with college, whether it's 1 year or 4. So that's kind of when we start, and they continue to build a book on a kid, a file, we call it, until they're in the draft.
Mason, it's good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
So let me ask you this, man. OKC just won the ring, obviously with our former player.
Yeah.
Are we over it? Did it sting a little bit?
I'm over it. I thought about it for a night, and then I woke up and I felt fine the next day. Hey, Chuck. Oh, always good to see you, man. Yeah. I know you're excited about the next season. Woo!
So, Mace.
But yeah, I'm over it. I thought I let myself be sad for a night. But then I'm like, you know what? They used our picks well. It's more a credit to how good their front office is than anything about us. They developed Shea very well. All the power to the Oklahoma City Thunder. They did their job. They did it very well. And besides, it's not like we sucked after the trade. Like we had plenty of chances to potentially win a championship. But as you've said many times in various formats, winning a championship requires more than just being good. It requires being lucky. And if there's any team that can never get lucky, it's us.
Would you do anything differently if you were either the Clippers or Kawhi going back to that moment, or is it just easy to say in hindsight?
In hindsight, maybe try to keep some of those first-round picks. That's the main thing. I think that the trade itself was built on solid ground. It's just they probably gave up too much. Probably a couple of those picks at the end probably should have kept. But, aside from that, honestly, I don't think it was unfounded on a bad idea.
Now, let me ask you this. We're at this draft party event. We got the 30th pick in the draft.
Yeah.
Do you expect us to do anything with it? What do you think about, the fact that we do have a first-round pick, even though it is the original OKC pick?
Right. I think we're going to do something with this pick. I think we're actually going to use it. I don't know what we're going to use, because obviously a pick that late in the first round, it could be anything. I mean, you guys all know how the draft is. Once you get past, pick 10, then it really becomes a giant mystery box at a certain point. But, I think we're going to use it. If we trade it, I think it would be for a trade up rather than a trade out. Overall, I think we will be picking in the first round today.
And do you think that we're going to use this player, or is going to be sent to the G League and evaporated into the abyss like every single other pick we have in the last 10 years?
I think, once again, there's no possible way we can do it. It depends on who we get. Because I think that if we get someone that can be plugged in to the bench rotation, I think we probably will. or we might have him kind of on a Cam Christie sort of thing where they start getting more and more minutes near the end of the year.
Maybe a backup center in the draft.
I also think this is going to be a big transition year where we start going more and more to the youth.
Okay, we'll see. I hope so.
Because mind you, there's nobody on the team after 2026.
Yeah.
So, literally, it's just Zoo. So,
we have Kawhi till 27.
Do we? Is Kawhi still? Okay. So it's just Zoo and Kawhi. So two people out of a roster of 15.
That's right.
So, we'll see.
Good to see you, Mason.
Good to see you.
Jack.
Hello.
It's good to see you again.
You too, brother.
Now, let me ask you this. SGA and the Thunder just won the chip, basically ensuring that they've won the trade, at least as of now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we're going to win a chip with Kawhi, but let me ask you this, man. How did it feel? Are you over it? Still stung a little bit? I asked Mason the same question.
Coping really hard with Tyrese Halliburton going down. And I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe they didn't win. Maybe they didn't win if Tyrese didn't go down. But, yeah, I'm just trying to avoid Twitter as much as possible and, go about my life, hope for better things next year. And the few times that I've been on Twitter, I've seen multiple times the trade graphic. Just got to get used to it now, I guess. But, it sucks. I'm happy for Shea. I don't wish anything upon Shea ever. I wanted him to lose and then come back to us and win.
Yeah.
That would have been the dream scenario, but it's out of our hands. That question that you asked Mason about what we would have done differently in the trade.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there any anger? You always have some emotions. Is there any anger you have at anybody, or we wouldn't do anything differently?
I have some anger at Jimmy Butler. Why'd you sign with the Miami Heat? Why'd you come over here, buddy? Then we would have avoided that whole fucking PG situation, the whole trade. Maybe we keep Shea, Jimmy Butler, and Kawhi. Or same thing with KD, I guess. But it's all in hindsight now. It's can't cry over spilt milk. It sucks, but it was a good trade at the time. We didn't think Shea was going to be like this. I'm hoping that maybe we snag Nikhil this year in the mid-level exception, and then Shea's like, oh, I want to come play with fam. Let's get the Canadians back over here. I'd like that.
30th pick in the draft tonight. We haven't done much of picks in quite a while. You hoping this could be anything?
I don't have high hopes for the front office draft picks. But the late round draft picks haven't panned out.
Yeah.
Shea was a lottery pick, and maybe I saw something on Twitter today saying that we were thinking about packaging Norm with the 30th and then trying to move up a little bit, which would be interesting. I don't know. It's just I don't really watch college basketball either, so I don't even know any of these prospects apart from the top guys.
Are you hoping that he can be a rotation player this year, whoever this guy is?
Oh, yeah.
I think there's no chance of that. And what do you want to see us do this summer, honestly?
I want to see Kobe Brown develop his 3-point shot. If he comes out with that, I think he has potential to be solid for us. My boys were just talking about Patrick Williams, trying to go snag him. I don't want that.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That he's got $18 million a year until 2030.
It hasn't really improved much.
Yeah. No, everyone always said he's like mini Kawhi. No, he's not. But maybe.
Hey, how are you?
Maybe Kawhi takes him under his wing if we do trade for him. That's some hypothetical bullshit.
Yeah.
This summer, I want to make sure that I don't even know.
I don't know where we can go. I really don't know where we can go.
We're pretty. I want to trade. Sorry, Norm. I love you.
Okay.
I want to get off Norm.
Yeah.
Norm needs to be packaged. I want to get a 4.
Yeah.
5.
Backup 5. Maybe we can get a backup 5 tonight.
Yeah. And then I'm saying Schroeder and CP and D'Angelo Russell, but the first 2, I think the Kings and the Mavericks are looking at them.
Would you keep Ben Simmons or no?
On a min.
Okay.
Yeah, on a vet min, he just released that video of him hitting threes again. His yearly.
I've gotten better at shooting video.
And it looks nice. So I'm not gonna get my hopes up for that, but I'm just hoping for the best. I'm trying to be positive and optimistic going forth, because at the end of the day, this team has given me so much, and they have taken so little away from me. It's added to my. There's been a bunch of heartbreak, but it's added to my overall just like well-being. So I love the Clippers. I love you, Steve. I love you, Chuck.
Thanks, brother.
Oh, he about to ask us questions, sis.
It's good to see you.
Hi, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm all right. How about yourself?
Let's get it. Let's go. What you got going on in that brain today?
All right, let me ask you this. OKC just won the championship with players that we gave them. Are we over it? Are we a little bitter about it still? I mean, any emotions because of this?
It's interesting. I was just having a conversation with our fellow section leaders about this. Like, basically, our picks end up being OKC's team. And I'm like, okay, Frank Lawrence, do you see what's happening?
Frank Lawrence.
Right. Frank Lawrence got a problem. Frank Lawrence got a serious issue. That man is smoking dope, but we don't see it. Look, I'm telling you, man, what's wrong with him?
Now, let me ask you this about it. Going back to that summer, Kawhi comes to you and says, I need a second star to sign. If you're Lawrence Frank, do you try to call his bluff, or do you have to make it happen and get a guy that's coming off Finals MVP to the Clippers?
No comment. No comment, brother. You know, usually I got a comment. No comment.
Should Lawrence Frank be gone?
Absolutely. Can we start a petition? Can I start right now?
I'm signing.
You got a pen and a paper? Look, come on. We got to get my sister's trash thoughts. Come on, sis.
I'm not I don't know everything about basketball, but I'm rooting Go Clippers!
Let me ask you this. 30th pick tonight. We haven't really done much with our picks lately. What kind of confidence do you have that we can make this guy, whoever this is, someone that's going to stay on the roster and maybe play some minutes, or do you think there's no chance?
It's still Frank Lawrence's fault, because you know what the problem is? It's like we get these quality players and we don't give them a chance. Nothing sticks.
Right. Is that a Ty Lue thing or a Lawrence Frank, you think?
You know what? Unfortunately, it's not Ty Lue's fault. It's not. And I love Ty Lue.
I love Ty Lue too. Go ahead. My fave. Pick the best.
But as far as it's Frank Lawrence's fault, man. Look, come on, let's get a petition. Let's get him out of here. We got to do something. Because that man is smoking, and it's not weed. It's something else going on behind that we don't see. I'm telling you.
Well,
but go ahead, brother. Go
you
ahead.
heard it here first. Frank Lawrence out the door.
World, when you talk about professional sports, what is he going to be able to accomplish this summer?
Well, I think it's huge for our team because, when you start a season and your best player's out, you have to play a different style of basketball to win games, to try to hold the court down until he gets back. And so we had to play a different style of basketball to try to win games. And then when he came back to try to incorporate him, it was hard. We've been playing a certain style, and that's steps doing it. And now you got to come and incorporate your best players. So during that time was tough for us, So having Kawhi from day one, having a training camp, where we can put in our plays and our sets and understand how we want to play from day one, it's a huge boost for us.
Emmanuel,
Yes, sir.
good to see you.
Likewise.
Now let me ask you this, man. What were your feelings on the Thunder winning the championship the other day with SGA and some of our guys? Any feelings about that, or are we past it?
I am. I don't think that it was necessarily it was a horrible trade,
Right.
but a
Who do you
trade
blame
that we
more?
had to be.
Lawrence Frank, Kawhi.
I blame
Nobody?
the times. I don't blame anybody because you know what? I think it's like Beverly said. He didn't know the makeup of the team.
Right.
As Leonard says, he doesn't watch anybody outside. He does what he does and he focuses.
Yeah.
I don't blame everybody. What I blame is effort. And we've been doing this for 5 years, and it's just luckily we're healthy. But if we get that extra effort, a little more than Game 7, I think we'll be all right.
When you say all right, you mean like make it to the second round, win the championship?
See, so that's the thing, right? Ballmer already mentioned that his whole spiel is going to be just keeping it competitive. Now, I love the Clippers. I think that scouting, I think homegrown talent is kind of the way to go.
Right now it is. This decade, it's been homegrown teams winning.
But unfortunately, as you know, we don't really believe in all of that. The only one we really had was SGA, Terrence Mann, but they're no longer in the picture.
Any belief about tonight's pick, 30th pick? Are we going to use it? Are we going to trade it? Are we going to actually
I
send
hope
it to the G League and that's it?
I hope we trade.
Really?
Honestly, man, I hope that they brought us all out here because there's gonna be some crazy ass shit that's gonna go down, and they just want to see our reaction. That's what I think. Because I know we have great scouts and whatnot, but it's been a while. It's
Do
been
we
a
have
while.
great scouts? I feel like their resume is not great.
You know how it be, but I'm happy. I'm happy with what we have. Look, this is the first year we're doing something crazy like this.
Yeah.
I really do hope that we're all here for a reason, and it's not just to network and kick it. Yeah.
I think it is, bro. I thought they were just trying to sell us tickets.
Shit, but they already know they have my money, so you're good. They don't have to sell me nothing. But definitely, man, I hope there's a surprise waiting. We have a bunch of press out here, ping over from KTLA as well. So, it could be the beginning of something pretty good.
Let's give a shout out to Ty Lue over here taking pictures with everybody. Taking pictures with everyone, signing autographs.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Brian or Carlo?
I'll talk to Carlo, but I'm gonna get him in a second. They're talking to that guy right now, whatever.
Oh shit, Brian Seaman and Carlo Jimenez.
I know.
Oh dang. Yeah, it's a family affair out here, man.
Yeah.
Come on down. Why aren't you here, guys?
Appreciate you, Manuel.
Damn, always.
All right, here with Clipper royalty, Lauren. Thoughts on this event? Ty Lue being here, all the fans coming out for the 30th pick.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool. I've said this before, I believe, on your programming, but nobody does it like the Clippers. I'm thinking back to the Plaza watch parties. I'm thinking to this now. The Clippers, of course, not picking until 30, and this much enthusiasm, it's incredible.
How's the offseason been for you so far?
Fantastic. I miss Clipper Nation, though. I'm not seeing nearly enough Clipper Nation in my off-season, but it has been good to get a little bit of a break.
Well, they have been tuning into you when you've been on the shows, including mine, and they all love that appearance, so appreciate that as always.
I will come back anytime.
There you go. Thank you.
That's it.
All right, we're on the clock. Serviceable backup big for Ivica Zubats is what I want to see. Somebody that can come in and contribute right away and means that we don't go out and get a Clint Capella or someone. Let's get a backup big right here and develop him behind Zubats. Don't be checking Twitter and spoiling the pick. Look at this. Backup lead guard and wing defender. As if we need more wing defenders. Backup lead guard maybe, but that's going to be bogey next season.
With the 30th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the LA Clippers select Yanic Konan Niederhauser.
What? Oh, center! A center! I think he's a center. That came out of nowhere.
A center, baby! A center!
First round pick in Penn State history.
Let's go!
So, Lawrence, we'll start with you. This is, we've talked with Jason Piambetti, we've talked with Lee Jenkins, we got kind of a taste of what goes on in the kind of war room. Take us through tonight. Like, how many guys did you have singled? When did you find out you were going to get your guy? That kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, the process, especially where you're picking at 30, it really starts picking up in the 20s. So I'm sure, Lee and Jason told you kind of how we put together our board. And one of the things you're always weighing is, especially when certain guys are left on the board, you have many teams calling and trying to, give you, whether it's future seconds, 3 future seconds, whatever the case may be, offering players, and you're weighing that versus the value you have on the player. We were super excited about the opportunity to draft Yanic. We were lucky because Yanic, Penn State practiced in our gym during the year before they played USC, and he was coming back from an ankle injury. And our scouting staff did an unbelievable job of early on identifying Yanic just because of his skill set. We've looked for kind of a really athletic, rim-running lob threat that has great positional size. And we always take the best available player, and it just so coincided where the best available player also meets a huge huge need, and we think in due time he'll be a terrific complement to Zoo, who continues to get better. And as we've seen, and you know what James has done with guys like Clint Capella, and just having it, I think so that dynamic in time. And Yanic, you know, he has the future, his best basketball's ahead of him. I'll let Trent tell his story, but he's an incredible story, and his rate of improvement over the last 12 to 18 months has really been terrific.
This is kind of the start of a very busy part of the front office's schedule. Free agency begins in a couple weeks. Give me a dream scenario for you guys in August. Like, what is your goal for the next month and a half to build this team getting ready for another playoff run starting in October?
Yeah, I mean, I think, our goal and our job is to get this team as good as we possibly can get it. And you have different transactional periods to do it. So you have the draft, you have free agency, and then all throughout there's also the possibilities of trades leading up to the trade deadline. Trent always says this, that the team you have in September isn't necessarily the same team you have in February, as we saw last year at the deadline. But we want to give this group the best possible chance we can. The goal is always to win a championship. I think the way we finished the regular season, winning 18 of our last 21, we saw a healthy Kawhi, along with, the group and James and Zoo and Norm and Derek and Chris and Nico and Amir. I mean, all the guys, and Bogey. I mean, we had contributions from literally every single rotation player. So with a healthy Kawhi, with some continuity, with some, we're going to we have something called the non-taxpayer mid-level, which is basically $14 million. It's the same tool we use to sign Derek Jones Jr. We can use that on one player, we can use it on multiple players, we can use it as a tool, what they call a trade exception, where we can take in a player that makes that salary from another team. We'll always look for opportunistic trades. And yet, not only are we trying to be as good as we can possibly be next year, we also want to make sure we have a really, really bright future. And as you guys are following the NBA, you see how the new CBA has impacted business. We had to make a tough decision last year. You see what Boston is going through now. So what that means there's just a greater probability of players circulating throughout, and we want to make sure we have the cap space going forward to be able to attract young stars, because we're super, super fortunate. Los Angeles, California, Intuit Dome, Steve Ballmer, the best fans in the NBA. That players want to be here, and we have to create the capacity that they can get here. So that's a lot, but this is a fun time of year, a lot of action.
Well, I know I speak for everybody here and everybody that was here. We just really appreciate the work that you guys do, your entire staff. Last year was an absolute blast, and I know the future is going to be very bright. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you. Thank you guys.